This Sunday, dear friends, and for the month of July, we'll be concentrating on the biblical Exodus, that marvelous story of liberation from Egypt under Moses. And we need to make something clear right away. Exodus is not history in normal sense. It is something more, a powerful, inspirational story, but not history. And there are a number of reasons for it. So, to start with, Semitic people were immigrating and settling in Egypt, especially in northern Egypt, in Nile Delta, for millennia. We know that. But all the artifacts they left behind were polytheistic. Or there was a major monotheistic development in Egypt, but it came from within the Egyptian society under Pharaoh Akhenaten, and it does not fit with biblical narrative by several centuries. There were Semitic people expelled from Egypt, but the best known and largest group was called Hyksos, not Hebrews. And again, it does not fit by several centuries, not only with a presumed date of Exodus, but also with all the other aspects of that story, for instance, Egyptian experiment with monotheism. There were some major construction projects in northern Egypt and Nile Delta, like for instance digging ancient version of Suez Canal, as we hear from Herodotus. And they were probably done by slaves, and they cost many lives, as we are told. But again, they diverge by several centuries in the completely opposite direction. Or take, for instance, Theophany, self-revelation of God on the Mount of Sinai. It shares some awe-inspiring volcanic features or imagery. But there is not a trace of volcanism in Sinai, not even in ancient or geological times. Some authors seek it in eruption of Santorini in Mediterranean Sea, but that does not fit region and it does not fit date. The closest similar volcanism to what is described in the Bible would be in Western Arabia. And that might fit time, but it does not fit region or generally assumed region. Moses is said to marry into a family of Midianite priests, and those were real people of Sinai and Arabian peninsulas, but the dating does not fit again, or at least some parts about 1,000 years. So it is simple. Biblical Egypt, Eretz Mitzrayim Ubed Avadim, land of Egypt and house of slavery, is not a geographic location taken from history. It is a state of religion and society in which people are oppressed and enslaved. Exodus is not a singular historical event about 3,000 years ago, give or take. Exodus are divine events of escape and liberation throughout the history and stretching from the past to our present and into the future. Come and join us this Sunday and all the July Sundays, learning and celebrating.